Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another off-season summer episode of Echale podcast.
Woo.
Oye, these 15-minute sessions go by quick, and last week I had my brother, and I felt like I could talk to that fool for like a long time.
Well, you live with him, so I would expect that you guys get along really well.
Yeah. So today I have my old roommate, friend, one of my closest friends, Stephanie. You've already heard her in the podcast. Y por fin vine a tu casa after how long? We were calculating it.
Man, I think it's been a year because last time you were here, you took care of our fur children for a week.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah, Kiara and Pepper, they are
Pepperoni.
roaming around somewhere over here. But it's almost been a year. But it's funny enough, like we moved out. I mean, I went back to my parents' house. You moved. We used to live in Hawthorne. You moved in with your boyfriend. And I stopped seeing you, but we literally talk to each other, text each other probably every single day.
I feel like those are like adult relationships, like friendships in general, because like I think most of my friends, I don't see them every single day, but I text them or I send them memes.
Yeah.
That's literally like our relationship the whole time. I send them memes and we're like, LOL, ha ha ha. And then
No, we have full-blown ass conversations.
that is true. And that's because you're the only person that I send voice messages to.
Yeah.
I started a petition a long time ago.
No, all right. Let's end the debate here. Well, not end the debate, but like you, if you're listening to us or if you're watching us on YouTube, we're on YouTube as well. Let us know and comment below. Like, do you send voice messages? Is that a thing? Like, why do women don't like it, or why do people don't like it?
So it's because sometimes, okay, now that I work remote, it's easier for me to do voice memos
¿Ya
or
ves?
if I'm on the go.
Tómala.
I get that. But you're
no
the
que no
only person.
tronabas, pistolita.
No que no. But the only thing is that if you work in an office or if you're in a meeting and stuff and there's something that is going on that it needs immediate attention, I cannot get to it because then you're going to be playing in the background. And the thing is, like, if we're talking about something stupid, I don't
That's
want it
true.
to play like, "Güey, no manches," and I'm in the middle of a meeting.
Fulanita y fulanita anda con fulanito.
Yeah. It's like, oye, ¿cómo se llama el muchacho que dice?
El muchacho alegre. No te creas.
Ay, Marcia.
Ay, Marcia.
No quiero que andar así con el chisme y todos escuchen todo mi chisme. O sea, eso es lo único que yo digo que por eso es que no me gustan.
Ya llegó mi Uber Eats.
Ya llegó el Uber Eats.
Ay, déjenlo. You can leave it at the door. Hey, I'm hungry. I just got out of work and I came over to Stephanie's house and I'm like, okay, we're about to record this and it's about to be a lot of fun, but I'm hungry. Y como la señorita aquí no tiene comida preparada.
Ay, discúlpeme que no soy una housewife,
I'm
¿ok?
just kidding. No, she's definitely well, it's funny. Okay, funny enough, she doesn't cook. Well, she does cook. But
Puedo cocinar, pero no me aviento así como que digo, ay, tengo esto y todo eso, porque no me gusta. O sea, I could feed myself. Pero así de que yo diga, me voy a hacer like a 5-course meal y voy a hacer no. O sea, pero mi novio es así.
that's the one thing that I miss about living together. Aside from all the conversation, it was fun. It was the amazing food that Rafa made.
Yeah, honestly, Rafa makes bomb food right
I
now.
swear, if this house was a restaurant, he would get a Michelin or whatever.
Michelin.
Esa madre star.
Yeah, there's actually two steaks cooking for
Right now?
tonight's dinner. Yeah.
Wait, they're cooking right now?
Well, yeah, because he has a method of sous vide, which is a
Sous
French
vide.
method of like
What kind of
you
French
dip-
ass name is that?
You dip like the meat or whatever it is that you're cooking into like boiling water and you let it cook for like 4 or 5 hours. And it seasons essentially, like the meat gets all the juices. And that's what he's doing. And then he comes home and then he's gonna like prep it at the night where he like sears it and does all
I
that.
admire men who can cook and who have the patience to cook.
He loves cooking. And I don't know. And I feel bad because sometimes he's cooking and I'm like, babe, do you need any help?
Oh yeah, no te deja.
And he's like, no, I'm okay. And
Do you
I'm
think
like,
he says
okay.
it like de una manera like, oh no, this girl about to ruin my food?
He says that he gets that from his mom, que su mamá también le decía, mamá, ¿necesitas ayuda? No, ya tengo todo. Because he says that he knows what he's doing, and to explain it, like, he doesn't know how, I assume so.
Is that a green flag for women? Like men who can cook?
I think so. I think it's great. Definitely, if a man says, like, I don't cook, I don't do anything, I really wonder, like,
I mean,
how
no,
do you feed yourself?
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
Like, dude, I'm just
Sí sé
kidding.
cocinar, nomás le doy en la app.
Sí, se cocina. Okay, what would be like a huge, like, okay, what would classify like, oh, okay, he knows how to cook?
I think
That is passable. Obviamente, tu chef en la casa, he's a whole different story.
yeah, my boyfriend's a whole different story, because that's just like amazing cooking. I think if you're able to
Cook chicken.
essentially feed yourself and you know about seasonings and you know, because when we first moved in,
Oh, yeah.
I opened the thing and there was only like it was like salt, pepper, and like chicken seasoning, and I was like,
Yeah,
¿Qué onda?
and it was the Maggie.
Yeah, and I was like, ¿Qué onda? I was like, ¿Qué le pones a tu comida? And you're
I'm
like,
like-
pues, the hopes and dreams.
That's literally all I would put. But it was funny because, okay, so prior to living with Stephanie, I was living by myself. And then before that, I think the only other woman that I had lived with was Jackie, another good friend who was married with one of my best friends, Alex. Pero, I mean, it was 4 guys who lived in that house. And when we were in college, well, no, right out of college. And then she was the only woman.
Manches.
So I know, right? How did she do it?
Oh.
I know, like, well, actually, no éramos un relajo entre Alex, Ivan, who was hardly ever home, myself, and then Jackie. It was pretty chill. Where we lived before the first house, the beta house.
Oh, that one.
No. That was the very first time I moved out when I joined the fraternity.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was a shit show.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, no, like the rugs were freaking dirty. Like we never cleaned the rugs because we always had house parties. Like the dishes were never done or they were missing and they were usually in somebody's room, not mine.
Yeah, I remember. Didn't we play like a drinking game with the licuadora because we didn't have a big cup?
Oh, damn. Did you guys play with the licuadora? Did you guys play with the licuadora or is that just
I think that's just a San Bernardino.
San
thing,
Bernardino thing? Oh, well, we would fill up the okay, we played Rage Cage or is it Gaucho Ball? I forgot what
Something like the King's Cup o algo así.
No. Era fucking like a lot of cups, and then we would put a licuadora. And if it's now a thing in other colleges, it's because we started it. I just want to say that.
That's what it is.
Like-
I mean, Rage Cage with that. Oh man. And
Yeah,
it was
because Rage Cage
disgusting.
just had the middle cup filled with like beer to the top of it, and then like you would throw a ball inside, and if you made the cup, you would pass it to the person right next to you. But if they also had a ball, but if you were able to stack their cup up, they had to get a new cup from the center and drink it. But whoever lost at the end got the middle cup. But instead of a middle cup, we used to play it with a la licuadora. And when things got intense, we would just mix shit.
Oh God, I remember once getting a cup with like hard liquor and beer, but not the good kind.
No, anything in college was not the good kind.
Yeah, it was like the beer that you would just drink and it's just water almost, and it's just disgusting. I got that type of cup and I almost died.
Tell me why, talking about alcohol, my coworker sent me a message on Instagram, and this is what it said, and I was like, oh my God. It said, woman at bar, you're not gonna ID me? And then the bartender, you're good. I've seen someone under 40 order a gin and tonic. And I'm like, shit. If I want to get carded so I look young, I'm just gonna have to start going to like bars and ordering adioses.
That's
literally the college
true.
drink.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. Now that I think about it, I don't get carded at my favorite places. Well, one, because I am a regular now.
This girl. Ay, viene otra vez.
Yeah, well, shout out to Ambitious Ales in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
Great beer. So I always go there, and I'm a regular now. So like,
Ya te conocen?
Yeah,
Do they
me
know your
conocen.
order?
well, because they change beers all the time, and they always know that I like hazies, or
Uh-huh.
they let me try certain things. So
It was so funny. Okay, so speaking of, we're just on this beer tangent. When we used to live together, I remember my friends would come over and we would open the fridge, or they would open the fridge because they're like, oh, yeah, can we open your fridge, grab some water? And they would see all the beer and they'd be like, dang, Jose, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, those ain't even mine.
I'm like, no, they're mine.
They're hers.
There is a difference, however, that I will tell you, that there's people that drink to get drunk.
That was
and
me in
then-
college. That's why I had to stop.
Yeah. And that was me too. And then I kind of started to drink just to try the different beer and just to try like the alcohol.
You're a
because there's
connoisseur now?
No
Ya te
tampoco
crees la
así.
muy.
No muy pipiris nice. it just, like I open up a can of beer and I share it with my boyfriend or with friends, and it's like, I'm not like chugging it. We try it, and then it's like, okay, well, this is good. What do you taste? You taste hints of this, of that, and then we look at like the brewery.
Smells like bullshit, or tastes like bullshit.
Yeah, and then the same thing we do with like hard liquor, because now we're going in this mezcal like journey of trying different mezcals, and then like seeing how it tastes with
can you I mean, no, I can what about like with wine? Can you taste the difference with wine?
Yeah, wine actually, if you try it with different foods, is actually like
for your guys' steak for tonight, what are y'all having?
So I think we're gonna have it with I think it's a cab, because I love cabinets.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Is that the red one?
It's the red one. There's a couple red ones. There's peanuts, there's cabinets, Shiraz. Es a Syrah, no, Syrah, y luego hay otro que se llama Chisaza. No
she said by the seashells.
Y luego también depende del área. O sea, a mí me gustan los cabinets de like of Northern California.
Oh, I was gonna be like, this girl likes them from France.
No,
she fancy.
No, and then there's like wines from Italy that taste completely different than wines from France. So once you start getting into that journey, I think just like trying it with friends and trying it, different foods. I definitely recommend trying like different wines with like cheese, fruits, steaks, meats, prosciutto, all these kinds of things. So that's why the
charcuterie.
I was like, yo nomás le pongo charcuterie porque no sé cómo.
La pinche charcuterie.
Ya, nomás le digo un charcuterie.
Un charcuterie, por favor.
Un charcuterie, por favor. Hey, definitely recommend trying it like that, and then you start getting your taste, pero no también te agarras la botella y digas, sí,
yeah. No. Okay, so for this summer session, I wanted to ask, because it's obviously off season y estamos hablando de pendejada y media y echando desmadre, and when the season starts, we'll have a more in-depth conversation, you and I, pero de eso se trata el off season, echar desmadre para luego echar relajo, así de buena onda. The craziest drunken story that we had in el apartamento B.
Oh God, I know which one.
I know which one too, and I think we're both thinking the same one.
The bar crawl.
Yeah, we had an amazing idea. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't that fucking genius?
It was genius, and it was like prime quarantine. Like
it was in March, April. I don't know. I think it was in April. April 2020.
I'm gonna look up the flyer, and I'm gonna figure it out.
We had a fucking flyer
because we decided for some reason to stream this to everybody, so everybody could see how belligerent.
Yeah, no. Okay. But we also decided to tell people to join us.
Yeah, we would just call random people.
No. But we like Stephanie said, we made a flyer and we said we're gonna do a pub crawl, an international pub crawl. And different areas in our house are going to represent different countries. And in each country, we're going to have like a beverage from that country.
Yeah.
So we chose the beverages. We posted them on a flyer on social media. And we said, hey, if you want to join us for the pub crawl, we're going to have and drink these beverages. You can drink whatever you want, but this is what we have. And if you want to... So in every station, we had music and beverage from that place.
Yeah, I remember that. And
where did we start?
We started in Japan.
I knew, yes.
We started in Japan, which was my room, and we had a beer Sapporo.
Sapporo.
And
I was going to say Sephora.
And then, ¿cómo se llama? Soku?
Oh, sake.
Sake.
Oh, sake, yeah.
Yeah, teníamos eso, y luego fuimos al baño.
Yes, and that was Germany.
That was Germany.
Yeah, so we had...
it was a German beer.
It was a German beer. And then, was your room also one?
No, well, my room was Japan. Remember?
Oh, and then my room was Spain.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it was.
My room was Spain, so we had sangria.
Yeah, and then...
Fuck. Oh, can you just imagine, like, estos pendejos that we're already in our mid-20s. Well, I was more on my later 20s. Like, yeah, we're going to have sangria, we're going to have sake, and then we're going to have a German beer. Y después bajamos a... Like, because it was a 2-story. And then bajamos a la sala. And what was that?
Oh, God, I don't remember.
Was it Italy?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it was Italy.
I think it was Italy, and we had wine.
No, that was France.
Oh,
Yeah,
we had
or something
wine.
like that. We had wine a couple times. I know we had whiskey.
No, okay. So this is, I remember. So once we went downstairs, we had wine or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we had another bathroom downstairs and we said that was the United States because fuck the United States.
Nobody wanted to go into that bathroom ever. So.
Yeah, so we said, fuck the United States. We just chugged like a American beer, like a Bud Light. We're like,
and then
this
the whiskey.
Yeah, we're like, this is fucking disgusting. So then we flew and we ended in Mexico. And we ended in Mexico, que era la cocina. And that's where we had tequila.
Yeah, and then we had tequila and maybe probably another beer or something. I don't know. But honestly, I think this is when Rafa like walked in after we did that.
Yeah, we had already been done with our pub crawl within like 30 minutes and people were joining us and commenting and obviously listening to the music. Y después entra tu novio, después sale del trabajo. We were already like drunk.
Yeah, and then he's just like, what's going on? Y yo ya acá, ¿qué onda?
¡Viva México!
¡Viva México! Yo ya estaba ya bailando y todo. That's the day that you ripped your pants, huh?
I did rip my pants. I mean, I was still live and I was like dancing and then I was like fucking SpongeBob.
No, it was you were dancing by Bunny, but yeah, it was a
oh yeah, it was like fucking all the best music came out during the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm still upset about that because we got robbed a good summer.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? And then, funny enough, we convinced your boyfriend to drink.
Yeah, we convinced him, and it was.
And he had Fireball. We had Fireball. That's what we had for United States.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know. I think because it's whiskey. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm not an alcoholic anymore. I don't know these things.
I don't know. I have no idea what we had there. I think
we had our life taken awy, our souls ripped apart.
I think I woke up the next day and I was like, what
no,
happened?
But you took care of me and your boyfriend. We threw up. ¿Sí o no?
I don't even remember.
Well, honestly. I don't even remember. I blacked out. I remember just waking up in my room and like, ugh.
I just remember like waking up the next day and going like, that was a bad idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And never again.
Yeah, and people were like, do part 2. Fuck that.
I was like, no, ustedes háganlo porque yo ya no estoy para esos panchos.
Sí, yo no para verlos, no para estar en.
Oh man, every so often our friend Martin, he texts me. He's like, remember when you guys did a bar crawl, like the quarantine version because it was COVID?
Yeah, it's because we were literally scared well, not scared, but yeah, I guess scared. Was. Yeah, so no queríamos salir, no salíamos por 3 meses and whatnot. So we were like, oh, we miss going to bars. We miss going. That was pre-Jose thinking about his health and weight and whatnot. I
think it like took a big toll on us, to be honest. Like I started going nuts in there. I was like, I am tired of being here.
Because you're still working from home.
I am still working from home.
Cara.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. And I feel like everybody wants to like choke me out whenever I go like, I want to go back into an office. But I do. At some points,
I get it. I was pissed. I was really, and I'm disappointed in myself for being like, I thought this whole nice Jose was over. Like, because in high school and college, I was like this, Jose, bien portado, like straight edge, you know, persinado, todo hace por las reglas and whatnot. And so when I got furloughed from work, remember I was like 2 months furloughed, yo me quedé ahí en la casita, like esperando a que me hablaran. And all these motherfuckers who were furloughed, they flew to different parts of the world just cashing in their checks. And I'm like, fuck. Estoy bien pendejo. I could have flown to Mexico and just stayed there for 2 months.
Yeah, you could have.
I literally could have.
You could have stayed in Mexico. I stayed here because I was like, where am I going to go? And
you also could have.
Well, I mean, if I go back home, I have my grandma and I was like, no quiero traer algo que, you know, que contagie todas las personas. I also didn't want to be stuck in another country with like
COVID restrictions.
Ya
regrésate, no puedo.
And maybe not been able to like telecommute because of the internet. And I needed to telecommute. So, man.
Bueno, pues. Nos pasamos de los 15 minutos, pero pues ya 20 minutos. And what was I going to say? You had a question about this.
Yeah, what is that? What is
this? Para la gente que la vea. It is a promise ring that I made to myself.
What do you promise
that I'm going to
yourself?
be successful.
Oh,
I'm just
really?
kidding. No, it's a fitness ring. It's like a watch, the iWatch, but it also, it fits the look. It fits the look.
I was gonna tell you. I was gonna tell you. You look like Magneto, or like Thanos with the.
Magneto?
No,
Yeah.
espérame. ¿Cuál es el?
No sé, güey.
My ring. No.
Oh, fucking Schmeagol or the Lord of the Rings?
Precious.
My precious. No, hombre. Anyways, thank you for listening to another episode of Echale Podcast this off season con Stephanie. Yeah. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram, watch us on YouTube, subscribe, like, share, compártanla. What else am I missing? That's about it. All right.
That's about it.
Peace out.
Tweet at us.
We don't have Twitter.
We don't have Twitter.
I mean, we have a Twitter.
We do.
But the podcast. Okay, bye.